I was trying to see, it said something about set a chat or something. Anyway, so, hey, beautiful souls. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. And hopefully, you guys are handling all energies well, mostly your own. Yeah, the eclipse energies were beautiful. And I'm pretty sure there's a. Wait a minute. Did the second one happen? I'm not sure. But anyways, so I decided to get on here to do a little chit chat and and talk about how I had recently sent a sincere email to someone that is in charge in the community that I'm in, right? And it was a sincere email. And I started laughing today because I thought about it and I'm like, there's something said in there that maybe I wasn't quite detailed about. But what I had meant was there's things that have been reported by me about wrongdoings, and it was to other justice organizations is what I meant, in case there was any confusion. So, and the reason why I say maybe there was confusion was because then here they go again, you know. It's kind of sad when you can't really actually trust certain individuals in the justice system, because then it kind of in people's minds, actually it creates mistrust, and it creates people thinking that when they actually truly need the justice system's help, that they can't call upon them and actually trust them to help. Fortunately for myself, I'm fully aware of what actually goes on, what happens, and discernment, guys. Like, if you're not using your discernment, then you're not going to know how to lead your own life and what to do in certain situations. So that's what usually what it always boils down to, is just knowing what's actually going on first and foremost, whatever the situation is, and two, knowing who to trust, using your discernment and who to trust, and three, what steps to take, what actions to take for yourself. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully you guys, everybody's on like this whole new, if you're on the spiritual journey, you're like on a whole nother level of like clarity and learning, and just sometimes, a lot of times too, learning about more of how other people are, and knowing that some people aren't on the same, not only the same journey as you are, some people are still asleep, spiritually speaking, and others are still learning certain lessons where they hadn't learned in the past. So in order for them to be able to do so, obviously they have to take a deep dive and just reflect and think upon what had happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, for those people, what people have you hurt, and why did you do that? Because normally when you're hurting someone, it always has something to do with yourself personally. It's never about the other person. What is it that you maybe see in that person that intimidates you in one way or another? You know what I mean? Why did you intentionally choose to try to intimidate somebody else? Why did you knowingly try to choose to harm someone else? Whether it was spiritually done or physically, because as we all know, when things are done I'm gonna say, when things are done in the, when you call, what is the one saying, like, when you call upon things above, like, it's going to manifest into the world, and vice versa. it's usually a reflection of your own spiritual, soulful journey that you have to look within yourself on. And a lot of the times, that's why people keep doing the same things that they've been doing for a long time over and over and over. And the simple fact is this, is that nobody comes to anyone's aid when they speak about certain things happening. Injustice is not created and nobody helps. That's why it continues, because it is just like this consistent pattern of, well, I haven't gotten caught, harassing citizens before, so I'm going to keep doing it. Well, nobody catches me because I shut off cameras, so they can't really have proof of me stalking. I tamper with, personal homes cameras, so there's no evidence there. I've done everything I can, so then that way I can make this specific person look like they're nuts. I do this because, if I'm able to make other people's perceptions of that person make it look like they're insane or they're unbalanced or they've lost their mind, then I win, because, because I could still do what I've been doing to them and to everybody else for years, for decades. I could just continue that cycle. What psychotics? It's literally psychopathy. Like, oh my God. Anyways, so hopefully you guys are all learning. Well, I know whoever's watching, whoever sees this video, you guys have learned certain life lessons, and you've passed certain tests that were put in place for you to be able to do so. One that I currently see people I don't want to say that word, currently not so doing well in, is the fact of certain people who have done you wrong in the past. Right away, boom, you want to get revengeful and vengeful, and what's not going to really help, that's not going to help anyone. That's not going to help you, and that's not going to help the people who have done you wrong. So like, if we just kind of put the focus on our own soul growth and our own soul evolution, then you'll come to realize, oh, hey, you know what? Yeah, I know they've done me wrong, and yes, I still can seek and receive justice. However, for myself, you can tell yourself that internally, you're not going to let that change you as a person. And a lot of people have let certain things change them as people. A lot of people have let their hearts grown cold. And that's why people talk about forgiveness. Now, I'm not a fan of the religious, certain religions, I should say, not the religion, certain religions that will brainwash you to make you think that self-sacrifice is righteous, because that is not, and that is not God either. There's nobody who should be self-righteous. So this is why it's so important to learn. I always talk about it because it's super huge. Personal healthy boundaries. There's certain things that people do that you should not allow them to do. No matter how good your heart is, you still have the right to stand up for yourself, and you have the right to protect yourself and hold your peace, and don't let others change you. Like, so many people out there, right away, boom, when somebody does something, you just want to go ahead and get in there, and then you're wondering why your life is a wreck, because you're trying to handle everything on your own. Why are you letting it affect you in a way where you seek revenge? Is it even worth it? Because you just keep burying your own grave each time you do that. You keep burying your own grave each time you do that. And for those that continue to hate on others because they see the resiliency and strength in this life, you guys are at fault, because all you do is your ego gets hurt and triggered. That's your problem. But the only one who can turn and look at it is you, yourself. When you look at yourself, then you will be able to say, holy shit, it was me all along. Like, why did I keep feeling like that person was triggering me, or whatever? Yeah, because it was you. It's not that person. That person is, if they're anything like me, minding their own damn business, trying to create their lives for, for themselves and their family. Nothing was ever about you, but you wanted to make things about you. That's your own ego. And yes, there is such a thing as healthy ego. The kind of ego that I'm talking about is the same one where the same people where I said been getting away with certain things for decades and decades, and nobody's caught on, like veils were put over people's eyes and such and so forth. And we're not in those times anymore though, guys. We're really not. But sometimes we as humans gotta learn stuff the hard way. Like I said before, I know I've learned stuff the hard way, and here I am. So, still striving, and that's what we all should do. And hopefully, everybody's progressing in life. So, love y'all, beautiful souls. See you later. Have a good Sunday.